Hello, welcome to day 2 spring training recap from Bradenton, Florida for the Pittsburgh Pirates. I'm Cody. This is Neil. We're your North Shore 9 crew for the day. Donardo, Jim, they're in the back making fun of us, but they didn't want to do any more work today. So they woke up early enough to do Starbucks, I guess. Their job's done today.
They let me sleep in, so as far as I'm concerned,
Yeah,
I'm content.
Neil slept in. I woke up probably the earliest other than Jim. But like I said earlier today, Donardo got up at 6:58 to come out here and do Starbucks. So, but anyway, today we went to Pirate City to begin the day. Then we came back here. We had a little bit of a pool day after lunch, and we got to watch the game from the pool, which was great.
Yeah.
But let's start out talking about Pirate City today. It was our first time there today to see all the prospects practice. Neil, what did you take away from that experience?
It was really cool. I've never been to Pirate City before. I know you guys got to go last year. But it's a really big complex. We saw the fabled $8 million weight room. And
from a distance.
Yeah, from a distance. But we got to see some decent names. Like, we saw Mitch Jebb, we saw Lonnie White Jr., we saw anyone else? No,
my favorite prospect, Charles McAdoo.
Of course,
I love that guy. He's built like a brick house, and I love it.
Yeah, so I mean, most of the big time guys were with the team in Dunedin, but it was cool to see the lesser known guys. There were a lot of players there.
Yeah, they had everybody was there. All the minor league guys were there. It was fun to see them take live BP against each other. Lonnie White Jr. got plunked though. That was a sight to see. Was not expecting it.
Yeah, no, you can tell. Some of the guys were a little wild, but no, it was nice, and yeah, you almost wish you could tell who everyone is. We were playing that little game, of see who we can recognize by pulling up the rosters and who looks familiar on the phone, but a lot of new names, and I think Tyler made a new friend.
Yeah, Tyler, he was talking to everybody. The guy who hates everything was making friends. He wore a shirt that just said Ohio on it. That's all it was Ohio in the shape of Ohio. And had one guy who's security or something there, talked to him for half hour. Then on our way out, a prospect asked him, "Hey, where are you from in Ohio?" And found out the prospect was from Toledo. I don't know.
If you find out who's from Toledo, drop it in the comments because we could not find him.
Yeah, I could not remember if Tyler found out who that was or not. But yeah, at this point in the season or in the spring training, you got a lot of the prospects there that aren't big name guys that didn't get the invite to the big league camp. But later on, if we were to be here later in the month, you'd see guys, trickle down from major league camp. But yeah, we didn't see too many big prospects, but we had a good time. It was fun. We got some video we're going to put out at some point. But yeah, good time at Pirate City.
Yeah, no, I can't complain. As for the first time there, it was kind of cool just to see everything. A lot of tons of fields, a huge complex. We needed to go inside, but that building is huge, so that was fun.
Yeah, the 4 fields, the extra field in the back that nobody's allowed to look at.
Yeah, they were shielding bullpen sessions from us.
Yeah. But other than that, we went to Oak and Stone, I believe it's called, in Bradenton for lunch. Jim's favorite spot because he gets Marriott points there. But that was great lunch. And then we went back here to the pool. You can see it was in use today.
Yeah,
we were back there. We put on the game. It was a beautiful setup we had here to be able to watch the game, just take it in. Wasn't a beautiful game though.
No, it got a little bit more interesting at the end, but the first 5 innings were brutal. It was awesome. It was yesterday, we were kind of running around, you had to get to the park early. Yeah. You had to make sure everything was set up for a show. Everything had to be right. And today we were just able to kind of just take it easy and relax, and that was the best part. Yeah, it was relaxing and watching baseball.
Today was super relaxing day to watch baseball, but the game was a little too lax at the beginning there. But I did at the beginning of the game, I was telling you, if Jared Triolo can figure out how to hit, he's going to be on this team for a long time. And you're he's never going to hit. He's so bad. All this, that, the other. Guess what? He went 2 for 2 today.
He did go 2 for 2. Yeah, no, he might just be the BABIP king, and if he is, I'm okay with that. But 400 BABIPs are really, really hard to run.
Right.
So
you would know, not me.
Yes. I couldn't run it on my freshman high school baseball team. So,
But another big highlight from the game before we get to the huge one was Rowan Contreras made his debut in spring today. He pitched very well.
Yeah, he did. We got some little hints from like Alex Stumpf on Twitter last night, talking about how like we have 97 reasons to be excited about Rowan again today. And it was fun. Like his velocity was back up. He was sitting 95. He was averaging 95. The biggest thing for me is that he got hit so hard last year.
Yeah.
He got, but especially on the fastball. And today, one hard hit, and it was the first batter of the game, and it was All-Star Bo Bichette.
Yeah, I mean, Bo Bichette's gonna hit hard. So.
Yeah, like and everyone, like, he gave up hits.
Yes, he did.
But it was all really dinky and weak contact, and that's the encouraging thing for me. Where his fastball like got pounded, like I think had like a negative 16 run value on Baseball Savant last year. That he can get that soft contact, that's a big step forward. Now the next step is to get the swings and misses, but you like what you see there from a first start, and obviously it's spring training,
right?
But it was encouraging.
But that's the thing is the first start in spring training. You expect the guy to throw maybe 93, 94, trying to get into his rhythm.
Yeah,
he was throwing like you're saying 95. He touched 96 at one point.
Yeah,
for him to do that his first time out in spring training we weren't expecting that. We were expecting the normal like get into the groove type of thing, but I think he's out there to prove like I'm going to be here to stay.
Yeah, no, it was real. As we like to say here, it was really intriguing.
Yes, very intriguing.
Yeah. So that was the coolest part of the day for me, honestly, is like seeing him back, because like it is just so huge for the Pirates if he is a part of that rotation. Like he's a useful pitcher, because right now we don't have a whole lot of those.
Right.
And you were thinking after the end of last year, well, this guy is cooked.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see that he's going to be fighting for a rotation spot. And like, I think he looked pretty decent today.
Yeah. I mean, that was the big question, right? Is pitching for this team. And it seems like it was never talked about, in the media or anything, but it seems like the team is relying on Rowanzy to take one of those spots in the rotation.
Yeah. And he has to, he's out of options. So this is his make or break. So I'm excited. Like, I was not excited for Rowanzy going in the spring training.
Right.
But now, like, it was a good step forward. He's not there yet. I'm not completely sold, but like, for what it was awesome.
Right. And then, the rest of the game was pretty boring until about, what was that, the 5th, 7th inning?
I think it was like the 6th inning, something like that. Yeah.
And Termar Johnson arrived. He hit himself two home runs today. The first one was 392, I believe.
Yes.
Second one was like, what, 405, 407, maybe 402?
I forget, but something like that, yeah.
But he hit him hard, too.
Yeah, both over 100 miles an hour. Both were home runs in most MLB stadiums.
Yeah.
He killed one off a fastball, one off of a cutter.
It was a cutter, yeah.
Like it wasn't just like off of some like person who was like a non-roster invitee. It
right.
was off of two major league relievers.
Right.
And that's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's a guy who, Jim sent me the video before we started here. When he got drafted, he was like, we're going to be good as long as they have me. And he's trying to prove that right now in spring training.
Yeah.
He's only 19. He's a teenager.
Yep.
We probably won't see him in the majors until either end of season this year or next year.
I would be shocked if he's up this year, but it'd be a nice surprise.
Right. Like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm taking this from the experience of seeing O'Neal Cruz get that call in September.
That's true.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
And
that's a good point.
Maybe they reward him that way, but you never know. I mean, they like to control the years, right?
Yes, they do.
So maybe we don't see that, but yeah, Termar was definitely the bright spot outside offensively. He was the bright spot for that.
Yes, he was. Like, it was another kind of. I think we were at one point talking in the pools, like, are we not going to score a run this whole week? Like the Rosati curse is going to give us like no runs this entire week, and then I think like 10 minutes later, Termar Johnson hits his first.
Yeah, the Rosati curse was cooking early. I'll say that. But Termar decided to break that. We did score 3 runs because of him. Yeah. So that was great.
3 of the 4 runs scored from Termar Johnson.
I think. Wait, we had 4 runs.
We did.
I thought it was 8 to 3.
8 for 8.
Who scored the other one?
It was Chain. Chain scored.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shows how much I was paying attention to the game in
the pool. we were all a little zoned out by that point. I was like,
Termar,
and then Termar Johnson woke us up back.
Yeah, Termar woke us up. We were like, all right, this game's over. Let's start thinking about what we're going to talk about. Then boom, he arrived. So anything to leave the people with from day 2 here?
No, it's just been a good time.
It has been a good time.
Today was a great
time. Well, thank you for checking out the recap. We'll be here all week. I think all of us leave Friday. Neil, unfortunately, is leaving us early.
I'm leaving tomorrow. It's a little sad.
I'm sad too. I wish you could stay the whole week.
I
But
do too. But
we loved having him
duty
here.
calls.
We loved having him here, and maybe you see him tomorrow on the pregame that we're doing from Lake Con Park.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited.
Yeah, so we'll see you guys there. Have a good one.
Peace out.